What's going on, everyone? Jeremy here from the Quartering, and I'm actually starting to have some real trepidations here in the Elon Musk versus Twitter in terms of whether or not he's actually going to follow through with the purchase. And I don't think it will. If it does fall through, I don't think that it's going to be because Elon never intended to purchase Twitter. I think it's that his purchase, which may have been his plan all along, made certain data available to him that would not have been available to him otherwise. And now he's finding that Twitter is far worse than what he suspected, or as bad as he suspected in terms of bot accounts. He also may just be doing this to renegotiate the price, which is what people have been expecting for 2 or 3 weeks now. But what would be interesting to me is what exactly happens later today. Twitter's going to have to respond to this, and it doesn't look good. So let's start with some of the tweets before we get into just a quick word. I heard from our shipping department at Coffee Brand Coffee. Their legendary starter kits, I had no idea, but some people were still waiting on those. And I guess it's because we ran out of a couple of t-shirts of a particular size. So I talked to them today. I guess the t-shirts are coming in today, so they should ship out. For the people that have been waiting for that, I'm so sorry. I didn't know. Had I known sooner, I would have told them just to ship the coffee and ship the shirt separately. But that should be coming out. By the way, yesterday we added a cold brew, which is going over awesome. People are picking that up like crazy. It's perfect for summer. We also added a decaf. A lot of people asked for decaf, so we added that. And we obviously have our 5 blends of coffee right now, 3 hot cocos, and the cold brew and the decaf, as well as a ton of merch. So if you want to support the channel, you want to give and read the reviews. People are absolutely loving the coffee. If you picked it up, please leave a review as well. I'll leave a link in the description. Pick yours up today. Now, Elon tweets out 20% fake/spam accounts, while 4 times what Twitter claims could be much higher. My offer was based on Twitter's SEC filings being accurate. Yesterday, Twitter CEO publicly refused to show proof of it being less than 5%. The deal cannot move forward until he does. I think this establishes not one, but 2 things for Elon. First and foremost, I believe it gives him a legal out of the $1 billion breakup fee that was a part of this deal, saying that if Elon backed out, he had to pay Twitter $1 billion. I think now he'd be able to reasonably say, like, yo, you lied. The offer was made based upon falsified data. I'm not paying this $1 billion. The second thing it does is gives him an opportunity to lower his offer. His current offer was $54.20 per share. Twitter stock is currently in the 30s, the high 30s, and sitting there. And when we look at, Twitter's stock price, it's indicative of what Wall Street thinks is going to happen. And I think Wall Street is losing confidence. As of today, Twitter stock is up slightly. It's kind of headed north, but it's at $37.70, far below the $50 where it was sitting last week when people were 100% sure. Now, let's look at this video. This posted by Doge designer. Elon Musk's epic reaction to Twitter claiming that the number of real unique humans that you see making comments on your daily basis is above 95%. He then replies this video. The audience laughter says it all. This happened just in the last few minutes. And the creator of Dogecoin replies, narrator, it's not. Listen to this.
Said another way, the number of real unique humans that you see making comments on a daily basis on Twitter is above 95%. That is what they're claiming. Does anyone have that experience?
I mean,
really? Listen, there's a bridge I'd like to sell you. There you go. and
So-
also you can buy the Brooklyn Bridge.
He knows. He knows that they're full of bologna sausage. And what's potentially huge about this is, like, if he proves that that number is correct, that his theory is correct, that it exceeds 5%. By the way, if it exceeds 5% plus their percentage of error that they bake in, which is like 1% or something like that, if it's like 7%, they're getting sued into oblivion. Okay. If it's like 20 or 30%, they're getting sued into double oblivion. Where's that? I don't know. It's like the level, you know, that meme where like somebody shoots off the planet and then like goes into the universe and then that song's playing and they're flying. Like, it's past all of that, because essentially they will have been defrauding investors for the past ever. That's the beginning. Then this Daily Mail says, Elon Musk threatens to pull the plug on Twitter deal unless CEO Parag Agrawal provides proof that less than 5%, and I think the better way to put it is 95% of the users accounts are real, as tech giant files proxy statement with the SEC that buyout will be agreed upon at the price of $54.20. Elon has stated again that his Twitter deal cannot move forward until the social media company proves their spam account figures. The Tesla CEO, we already know, the world's richest man, sent off a tweet this morning stating that 20% fake/spam accounts, while 4 times what Twitter claims, could be much higher. My offer was based on Twitter's SEC filing being accurate. Again, that's an important wording. Yesterday, Twitter CEO publicly refused to show proof of less than 5%. The deal cannot move forward until he does. In a follow-up tweet, Musk speculated that bots could make up at least half of Twitter users, more than 10 times the company's official estimate. The latest tweet, directed right at the Twitter CEO, Parag Agrawal, comes amid a bitter public row between the pair after Musk tweeted an emoji, a poo emoji, at the tech boss yesterday. Shares have also been plummeting ever since the takeover bid was announced. That's not true. With pre-market trading at $35.87, far below the $54 price tag. It was only plummeting once the deal became in question. It actually skyrocketed when the deal was announced. It's almost like following the quartering on YouTube by hitting that red subscribe button is better than reading the Daily Mail or these other websites, because, you know, I'm going to look out for you, provide some editorial corrections real time. Analysts had claimed that his statements could be an attempt by Musk to try and lower the price or pull out of the deal. Well, he should lower the price now if that number's true. But Twitter squashed that today by saying they had filed a preliminary proxy statement with the SEC saying that they intend the deal to go through at the agreed price, essentially saying that Twitter is still trying to force him to buy at this price. The company submitted the document, which updates the SEC about important changes ahead of shareholder meetings, saying that they were committed to completing the deal at the agreed price and terms as promptly as practical. One of those terms also includes a $1 billion breakup clause for Musk if he chooses to walk away from the deal. Last week, Musk claimed he wanted to pause the deal to verify that the false or spam accounts represented fewer than 5% of the account's company's 229 million users during the first quarter. This, by the way, this is a totally reasonable deal. This is totally reasonable. You know, like, if I'm buying a business and they say we have 500 customers, 1,000 customers that are signed up to pay us monthly or whatever, let's just say, even though they're not exactly the same, it'll work. We have 1,000 customers that are paying us X dollars a month and they're on subscriptions. And then I formulate my offer to buy that business based on the existing customer base, right? That's how these deals work. You know, your predictable revenue. And then I find out, well, actually, it's not 1,000, it's 400. I mean, that deal would get blown up, obviously, you know, and them trying to force him to buy it, that's not working either. New York Post writes, Twitter plans to enforce the $44 billion sale to Elon. I don't think they're going to be able to, unless they really believe strongly that they can prove that less of the accounts that the 5% number is actually true. I don't believe it's true either. I believe that it could be as high as 50%. I believe that a huge portion of the people following my account are bots or fake accounts. I have 200 plus thousand followers on Twitter, and either all of them are real and Twitter suppresses everything I tweet, or a bunch of them are fake. 200,000. I mean, like, people like the New York Times, Wall Street Journal have millions of followers, and they could barely get 10 to 20 likes sometimes. You know, the numbers just don't add up. So either your algorithm is burying everything, or the number is much higher than 5%. The much, or said a different way, the number is much lower than 95% of accounts being real. And I don't think any amount of trying to force Elon into purchasing it is going to change that. This is going to get very spicy, and I don't think it's going to slow down at all. Make sure you click that red subscribe button down below, or if you're watching Odyssey, Rumble, or BitChute, please subscribe there. I hope you enjoyed this video. Get your coffee or cocoa or cold brew or decaf at the link in the description. Give it a try. Once you get it, leave a review. I know you'll love it.